In a small house in Delft, sometime in the 1650s, a young man stood before a quiet room. The window let in a single shaft of morning light. Dust floated like stars in that still air, and he tried to paint the silence itself. His name was Johannes Vermeer, a man who left behind only about 36 paintings. For 2 centuries, the world forgot him. But in that silence, in that light, he created something eternal. Vermeer was born in 1632 in the Dutch city of Delft, a place of canals, reflection, and soft light. His father was an innkeeper and art dealer, so Johannes grew up surrounded by paintings and conversation. He never traveled far, he never led armies or courted fame, yet in his quiet domestic life he found a world of infinite meaning. Almost nothing is known about his training. Some say he studied under Karel Fabritius, a pupil of Rembrandt. Others believe he was self-taught, learning from observing light itself. What's certain is that by the age of 21, Vermeer was accepted into the Guild of St. Luke as a master painter. And yet he worked slowly, sometimes completing only 2 paintings a year. His paintings seem simple: a woman reading a letter, a maid pouring milk, a girl glancing back over her shoulder. But simplicity is deceptive. Vermeer was not painting people. He was painting light, how it rests on fabric, how it grazes a cheek, how it turns the ordinary divine. Some scholars believe he used a camera obscura, an early optical device that projects images through a lens. But even if he did, the technology alone cannot explain the emotion in his light. That tender balance between stillness and presence. His art whispers, "Look closer." Even in silence, the world is alive. Vermeer lived a modest life. He married Katharina Bolness, had 11 surviving children, and struggled financially. During the Franco-Dutch War, the art market collapsed. Paintings no longer sold, debts piled up. In 1675, at just 43, Johannes Vermeer died suddenly, exhausted and impoverished. His wife later wrote that he collapsed into madness and despair. After his death, most of his works were misattributed or forgotten. For nearly 200 years, Vermeer vanished from history, his light swallowed by time. Then, in the 19th century, a French art critic named Théophile Tourabirzer stumbled upon view of Delft. He described it as a corner of nature touched by an angel's hand. Touré spent years searching for more works by this forgotten painter, piecing together Vermeer's life like a detective of beauty. When the world finally saw his paintings again, it realized what had been lost. Not spectacle, not grandeur, but grace. The infinite captured in a drop of light, Vermeer reminds us that the extraordinary often hides in the ordinary. That meaning doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers through curtains, reflections, and half-open windows. His art invites us to slow down, to look carefully, to witness how existence itself glows when touched by attention. In an age of noise, Vermeer remains a quiet revolution, showing that beauty is not found in what we see, but in how we see. Each brushstroke feels like a meditation, each shadow a prayer. Today, Vermeer's light still speaks, across centuries, across silence. His paintings are small windows into the eternal moment, where time holds its breath. Perhaps that's why we keep returning to them, not to look at his subjects, but to be reminded of ourselves, that within stillness, there is life, within the ordinary, the divine, and within light, the quiet truth that never fades. Johannes Vermeer, the silence that saw everything. If you enjoyed this journey into Vermeer's world, consider subscribing for more stories of art, philosophy, and the human spirit.